Getting decked out with a ton of legendaries that give great perks, look cool, or just get the job done when defeating enemies is so much fun. We previously have shared a way to repeat farm elites for a ton of loot, as well as a method for farming pure credits. But now we're going to show you a new and full farm method for getting an area full of enemies to defeat with a boss at the end, so you can get a ton of gear, which is even nice for credits too when you sell it. It's easy and effective, so you can get some really powerful and useful armor or weapons. Just doing one single run of this took about 10 minutes for me, and I got 30k credits, this awesome legendary Tanto Katana style sword, and this really strong and great looking mag pulse rifle that I'm really enjoying using. So first thing is first, you're going to want to find a mission board. These are located in pretty much every major city. There's one in the Viewport shop in New Atlantis in the shipyard area. There's also one in the Vol Hotel in Neon, and you can actually build one in your outposts if you just want to do that. You're going to want to look for the kill the missions in the mission board list. Every single time you do one of these, you will fly out to a planet to go into an outpost that's overrun by enemies. This means it's a guaranteed location to easily find and farm gear, and the target of the mission will usually be an elite, which is extra good for legendaries. You'll also get the credit reward from the mission, which is a nice passive bonus, but it also means you save a bunch of time not having to look around for these occupied outposts, as the mission will take you directly there. Now for the important part. You want to set the game's difficulty to very hard before landing and loading into the planet or the actual outpost itself. By setting the game to very hard when you load in, it causes all of the boxes and loot on the enemies to load at a higher tier. Then once you exit your ship or load into the outpost, you can then switch back to very easy or normal to take the enemies out, as they will then die a lot faster but still have the loot drop as if you're playing very hard. So remember, load in on very hard, then switch your difficulty down and repeat this process for any load screen areas. You can also save before clearing the outpost out, that way you can repeat it if you want to, but I advise just looting and selling everything, then moving on to the next kill the mission from any mission board, as they're pretty common. However, once you've got to the elite, the target of the mission at the end of the outpost, you can then do the quick save and quick load method to repeat farm that specific enemy for a legendary. Make sure to get him to around one shot or nearly dead, do a quick save in a safe spot nearby, then quick load each time after killing him on very hard difficulty to get the item you're looking for. Just for doing one mission of this, you can easily get between 20 and 30,000 credits depending on your luck and your drops. You'll get a bunch of rares, usually a couple purples, and a legendary if you're lucky. Of course, if you're targeting a legendary, you can use the quick save method and that will basically guarantee it. However, if you don't like doing this quick save cheese, you can simply rinse and repeat the mission board missions for the kill these style missions until you get what you're after. These are great on very hard difficulty, as the loot you get for drops usually contains a ton of calibrated and refined items that have higher base stats than those without those keywords in their name. It's a great way to gear up if you don't have calibrated or refined items yet, and generally will just power you up. As mentioned previously, this Tanto Katana was one legendary that I got that looks really visually cool for any melee build. Meanwhile, this mag pulse rifle is so strong and is now a staple weapon in my weapon wheel for taking out enemies. So I recommend doing this farm if you're looking to get a bunch of money as well as gear and legendaries. This is what we do here, and this is how I've kitted myself out. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Tell us down below in the comments if you have any methods, tips, locations, items to farm, so we can all learn together and get some awesome gear together. And then check out the 2 videos on the screen now, because we have so much Starfield stuff coming your way soon, you won't want to miss out. And then tell us what you think after watching these 2 videos in the comments down below.